The Sustainable Development Goals are supposed to be achieved by the year 2030. We already know that education will not hit the mark. I had been inspired by the millions of children throughout the developing world that are educated in single proprietor-owned schools. These are the schools that are completely marginalized, that never had any access to capital. And yet, this is often the best hope that children have to get any kind of education.
I charge a fee that they can afford. That's one big reason why my rates are very low.
You see families buying a better education for their child with less than $100 a year.
Low-fee private schools are led by very bold entrepreneurs who wanted to do something to address the needs within their community.
These are social enterprises serving a social need driven by market demand.
The demand for delivering on education in spaces where public education is not reaching.
When I opened the school, it's only 6 people who came in. Now I have 560.
We are up to about 320 students.
These are entrepreneurs, but they needed help. Nobody had recognized them, nobody had focused on them. In partnership with IDP Foundation, we were able to create a particular program and products and services for them.
The IDP Rising Schools Program we developed in Ghana along with a financial institution called Sinapiaba. It is essentially an education financing program providing loans to very, very poor schools.
Looking at the hundreds of schools that we have been able to impact, not only in the provision of financial services, but provision of financial services trainings.
During the training, they taught us how to keep our books, how to separate our personal expenditure from that of the corporate expenditure.
How you manage your school and how you manage your finances, how you manage your staff. They train us free of charge. So due to that, now we are grade A, the best grade. I'm very proud of that through IDP and Sinapiaba program.
You give a proprietor a brilliant idea to develop their school, but then they will need the capital to make that idea a reality.
When we started the school, there was no any other infrastructure. So it's IDP who, through Sinapiaba, give us loan to put up the buildings.
When the loan came in, I had enough to start building for the school block. Within a matter of 2-3 years, I have put up this building to the 2nd level. So it created a lot of space for the children.
So they are good managers of the school, but then you give them access to capital so that the two combined will spark up the improvement that we are looking for.
Institutions like IDP bring that quality of education and quality of business together, which is very important for small startups.
This transformation is so phenomenal because we are looking and targeting poor people who are entrepreneurs, creating schools to bring education to their community.
We would love for public education to be free, to be universal, and be excellent. The reality is there are millions of children that are not being served by that ideological perfect idea of what public education should be.
We continue need their support. Without that, we will not reach up to this far.
Why don't we put our ideology and our politics aside and focus on the problem that's right in front of us right now, which are that there are lots of kids who are going to these kinds of schools and they get no resources from the government and no resources from the international development community. That's a large group of people to shut the door on.
And until the international community starts to really address this, to see the urgency of it, and just say, how do we get it done? All of these children are being denied any kind of equal opportunity to also pursue their dreams.
It can't just be one foundation and one financial institution that is addressing this sector. Now we want more people to be paying attention to this too.
Building upon what we have done, forming many other alliances and partnerships, addressing the quality of education, persuading governments and development partners and other funders to look at this financing mechanism as a way out of endless aid that never actually gets the job fully done.
I urge all institutions to look into the sources of the IDP Rising Schools Program and let us see how best we can bring such impact to many communities.